Masculinity isn't threatened by a woman's choice. I was on a date and I posted it on Threads about how I'm not a big drinker. I've always been maybe a wine girl, a little bit of tequila on special occasion, and the guy ordered whiskey. And he quoted, "Oh, thank God you didn't order whiskey because that would have been unattractive." Safe to say he didn't get a second date, but who are we, men or women, to decide what's masculine, what's feminine, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable? Throughout my dating life, I've always found myself dating men that wasn't secure in their masculinity. And I wanted to make this video to talk to men because a woman's choice can't detake from you and who you are as a man. And I often, being a very confident woman, I tend to attract insecure men. And I didn't realize I did because most of the time the insecurity shows up as rules or expectations. And listen, when you're dating somebody, we all have our preferences and we want to be respected, we want to be valued, and we want to be honored. But where do we draw the line? And men, I'm talking to you guys on putting expectations on women. And when are we going to actually acknowledge that a lot of you guys are insecure? I find myself constantly stuck in this cycle with men who pretend that they are confident, then they see my confidence and they want to dim it. And now they're battling me for the whole masculine and feminine role. And here's the thing, I'm a woman. I don't have a masculine bone in my body. But I find when dealing with insecure men, your femininity can take a backseat because now you're trying to defend it and defend it instead of just allowing it to flow. A man's masculinity shouldn't become fragile because when it becomes fragile, now it's control over confidence. So, men, I want to ask you guys this. When are we going to get to a point where we can have these conversations out loud and really determine between each other, men and women, that one behavior doesn't cancel out your masculinity, and even women, like, it doesn't cancel out your femininity, because now it's becoming a problem within dating. And even though I'm not a dating channel, I talk about my experiences and I can only share from my perspective as somebody who only dates men and is extremely confident. I tend to attract these very insecure men, and they hide it quite well through demands and all of these things. So, men, how do we healthily exist in the same space without all of these limitations and expectations on each other? And how do we coexist without labeling the behavior? Like, one thing doesn't make you more masculine, more feminine. And I think if we can get to a point where we can discuss these topics, dating can be a lot smoother and easier between each other.